What's going on, everybody? Today we're going to play a game called Blind Reveal. And the reason I like this game is because it exposes people's inherent biases when it comes to certain players in sports. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read off the stats and accolades for two players. Now, I'll openly admit, one player is retired and one player is currently still playing. But at home, as you're watching this, wherever you may be watching this or however you're consuming this, I appreciate you for joining me. I want you to see who you believe is the better player. So let's go with player A. Player A played in the NBA for 14 seasons. This is the retired player. Player A played in 11 All-Star games, made the playoffs 8 years. Okay, he had 3 All-NBA first-team selections, 7 All-NBA team selections, led the league in steals 3 times, won an MVP award, and was a Rookie of the Year. That's player A. Now, player B played in the NBA for 11 seasons. He made 8 All-Star games. He's been to the playoffs 10 years. He's won an MVP award. He's got 2 scoring titles. He's never led the league in assists and never won Rookie of the Year. Now, based on the metrics, player B is also a better scorer, better passer, better facilitator, and better rebounder than player A. So who might player A and player B be? The answers are player A is Allen Iverson and player B is James Harden. So when I come out and I make the statement that James Harden's a better player than Allen Iverson, the amount of pushback that I get to me is mind-boggling because I don't think that I'm saying something that's so outlandish or egregious. But that's how some of you all behave. And the reason you all behave is because the further we get removed from a player's retirement, right? The longer a player has been retired, we tend to romanticize all the good about them and we tend to forget all the bad about them. So with respect, Allen Iverson is mainly remembered for 3 things on the court. As it pertains to off the court, James Harden can't see Allen Iverson. The impact that he had on the culture of basketball by ingratiating or combining the hip hop culture with the NBA cannot be duplicated. It can't be quantified. We get that. But this is not what this is about. I'm strictly exhibiting or comparing them to what they did on the court. So Allen Iverson most notably is remembered for his iconic crossover on Michael Jordan. All right. The fact that he was a scoring machine, pound for pound, the fact that he was able to get what he got out of the talent that he was afforded is remarkable. And he's also mainly remembered for the fact that he took a team of quote unquote scrubs kicking and screaming to the NBA finals back in 2001. But was that team really as bad as people portray it? Or do we just make it seem like they were bad to boost Allen Iverson? Because I'm looking at some stats here. This is free from opinion. What I'm about to give you is facts. Everyone likes to say how bad that team was and how it's the worst team to ever make the finals of our lifetime. That's just not true. It's just not true. And it's been accepted as gospel over the years because people keep repeating it. But just because you say something over and over does not make it true. The reality about that 2000-2001 Philadelphia 76ers team is that they were a damn good team. Not only did they have the coach of the year in Larry Brown, but they had the MVP in Allen Iverson, the defensive player of the year in Dikembe Mutombo, the 6th man of the year in Aaron McKee, and they won 56 games, which was the best record in the Eastern Conference. Then we take it to the playoffs where everyone likes to say, oh my gosh, how did Allen Iverson make it to the team playing with those bums, right? So if they were such bums or if they weren't as desirable as people make them seem, then why did the Sixers score the 6th most points in that playoffs per game that season? Can anyone answer that question for me? Why is it that the Philadelphia 76ers scored the most points in the postseason that year? Can anyone answer that question for me? Why is it that the Philadelphia 76ers had the 7th best defense in the playoffs that year? Can anyone answer that to me? Oh, but well, Marcus, you know, you're looking at who he had to work with. Allen Iverson was able to drag them to the finals. It was so impressive, blah, blah, blah. Really? So Allen Iverson had no help. If that's the case, then why in games when Iverson played or shot poorly from the field did the Sixers have a 7-4 record? Can anyone answer that question for me? I'm not disputing that Allen Iverson is a great player. But when it comes to all-time greatness, like if you're ranking all-time great shooting guards, James Harden is a better player. Before James Harden arrived in Houston in 2012, that organization had won 50 or more games 8 times in its existence. Just 8 times. James Harden has been in Houston 8 years, and he's already led the team to 50 or more wins in 5 of those seasons. He's a better scorer, which I already told you. If he's not winning the MVP award, he's at least top 2, top 3 year in, year out. He's 10th all-time in player efficiency rating in NBA history, whereas Allen Iverson is only 56. He's on the precipice of winning his 3rd consecutive scoring title. And by the way, he's played in the NBA 3 seasons less than Allen Iverson did. So I expect his numbers to steadily go up. If I tell you player B is a better player because he's a better rebounder, better facilitator, better passer, and better scorer, how can you make an argument for Allen Iverson? We've got to stop giving players extra credit just because we are emotional about them. I understand Allen Iverson was a phenomenal player, but he's not better than James Harden.